our fun video from the corporations chapter really has nothing to do with corporations, but it is a fun video. I do this in the on the ground classes every semester. When we start to talk about the concept that corporations can be perpetual in length, I ask the students to look at their laptops and tablets and tell me, look up who the oldest living person is in the world right now. They can't have died, they have to be alive right now. And depending on the semester, the students will say, here's somebody in Indonesia who's 115, here's somebody in Montana who's 117. And then I make the point that corporations, as of law changes in every state about 50, 60 years ago, corporations can now be perpetual. You can put it right in your articles of incorporation that your corporation, your corporation's duration is perpetual. So then I tell the story, and this is the fun video. I was talking to a man who worked for a large company in the thousands and thousands of employees, and I said, well, who is your company's oldest retiree? And the guy said, oh, that would be Joe. He lives in such a city. I said, really? How old is Joe? And he said, well, Joe is 108 years old. I said, wow. Does Joe get out of bed in the morning? He says, oh yes, Joe gets out of bed every morning. He has somebody drive him to the golf course, and depending on how well he's feeling, he plays 1 or 2 holes of golf. And then I said, well, okay, what does Joe do the rest of his day? And the guy says Joe has the same guy drive him around town from old folks home to old folks home where he visits his children. How you like that one, huh? Now, if you want to find an interesting discussion about age, next time you're on an airplane with a major carrier like Delta, United, American, and so on, if you have a minute to get a flight attendant, ask the flight attendant, how old is the oldest flight attendant at this airline? And how good is that flight attendant at his or her job? I've asked that question at a couple of major airlines. The answers have been hilarious. Oldest age I got was 100, and the answer to how good a flight attendant was, in this case it was a man, the answer was totally awful. All right, thanks, bye.